to the wisdom of man, right? To the wisdom of man, it sounds like foolishness. The wisdom of God is foolishness to man. The center of this is the cross, but of course it includes just the ways of God, how he would have us do life, how he calls us to walk with him. What he wants us to do frequently doesn't make sense to natural man. So, maybe you've made enormous sacrifices in your family to bring up your children in the Lord. And people think you're crazy. There's free schools just down the street, right? For free. And you're doing what? You can barely afford that. You're doing what? Your wife is staying home with the kid. If she worked, you could make more, right? It doesn't make sense. And then add to this our sexual ethics. You're not sleeping together before you're married? That doesn't make any sense. How do you know they're the one? Or maybe when it's really, really hard and difficult, divorce is an option. No, it's not. I'm a Christian. Well, why not? Maybe it just didn't work out. They weren't the one. Right? So at the center of it, though, is Christ. Right? The center of it is Christ crucified. That's the center of the wisdom of God, which is folly. But in many respects, many of the ways of God are foolishness to man. You need to remember, this is all part of the plan. This is all part of the plan. One of the central missions of God in the history of the world is God destroying the wisdom of man. That's what it says in 1 Corinthians 1:19. In 1 Corinthians 1, it says, what God is doing in this world, one way of describing the course of human history is this: destroying the wisdom of man. Right? That's his plan. Right? At the end of human history, what he wants is that no flesh would glory in his presence, but all would glory in him. And that's the goal of human history, is that everybody would fall down before the throne and say, all glory to Jesus. All glory to Christ. Not, you are really helpful, but I was really smart. Not, well, thanks for salvation, but I am really good with numbers. Or I am whatever. No. The goal of human history is that no one would have anything to say. It would be all the glory to Christ. His goal is to destroy all the wisdom of man. Now, this doesn't mean that we cannot truly grow in God's wisdom. There's a whole book of the Bible dedicated to this, the book of Proverbs. You can grow in God's wisdom, but it's God's wisdom, not your natural wisdom. It's God's wisdom, not your natural instincts. It's God's wisdom